Liverpool 3, Atletico Madrid 2. I can't keep living, I can't keep going on like this. I can't, because now at this point, if we go into a game with 10 minutes left, I'm expecting a win. And it's not going to happen every time. And I don't want that. Just end the game early, please. Enough of this late heroics nonsense we do every single game. Those first 6 minutes, I expected the game to run smoothly after those first 6 minutes, right? The free kick happens. Salah, poorly struck free kick. Robertson knocks it in inadvertently. We go up 1-0. Then some good play on the right side. Ball gets to Gravenberch. I don't know if it's a touch or a heavy touch or a pass. Salah gets it, holds off 3 players, puts it in. 2-0 within 6 minutes. Okay. I know Atleti are a frustrating team, but from this point, we should be able to see it through. And then we just kept playing good football, right? Florian Wirtz, I think this was his best game of the season. Florian Wirtz and Salah had their best games of the season, right? They haven't really been prevalent throughout the games. You know, Salah's got his GA here and there. Wirtz has some nice touches, but this was really his best, most like complete game, right? A lot of near Salah post should have been an assist. The Frimpong should have been an assist. So he had some really close moments, but overall he had a great game. And then Isak performed well, right? His first game for Liverpool, first game kind of back. You know, he played a little bit for Sweden, but he hasn't really played much, right? But he looked fit. He looked fit enough, right? I can't wait to see how he looks when he's fully fit. So at this point, I'm thinking 2-0 up, 6 minutes gone. We're good. See the game out. Just play your football. You get more chances, and we did, and you just see it through. And then Atletico Madrid started to get up ahead of steam. And this usually happens when a team is 2-0, 3-0 up. You let the opposition team get back into the game slowly. And the goal comes from, some decent play, but I watched the goal back. It should never been a goal. Griezmann is literally blocking Alisson's view. And this is not something like, oh, you're salty. He's literally blocking his view. And I've seen that same goal disallowed numerous times in the Bundesliga, in the Champions League. Why wasn't it not even reviewed? It went from celebration to kickoff. Like, I don't understand that. Regardless, 2-1 into halftime. Liverpool continued to play their game. And in the second half, we slowed down, almost inviting Atletico Madrid back into the game. Right? They got fortunate with the goal. And now we're just letting them back into the game, making them feel more comfortable. And they start building up ahead of steam, right? Llorente down that right wing was exceptional and is always against us. Marcos Llorente has his best game of the season. And then we don't hear from him again the rest of the season. It's happened like 3 times now. Why does this guy only show up against us? Whatever. Raspadori starts to pick it up a little bit. I think Pablo Barrios and Koke, when he came on, had decent performances. But the goal, again, is a fortunate goal again, right? Deflected shot, Marcos Llorente, edge of the box, smacks it, deflects off McAllister, and goes in. 2-2. Man, just like the most undeserved 2-2 there is. But then again, I watched the game against Newcastle. We didn't deserve to win that game, right? It wasn't a deserved win. We just got fortunate, so I can understand it. But my issue wasn't really the 2 goals we conceded. It was the fact that we only scored 2 goals. There were so many moments in this game that we should have taken advantage of. In the first half, I feel like there were missed chances. The Frimpong miss, obviously, is a huge one. Salah hitting the post after Szoboszlai and Wirtz kind of combined and Salah was free on the back post. Should have been a goal. Ekitike at the end of the game should have been a goal. Those are 3 clear-cut chances we had, at least, to have scored 4 or 5 goals. The game should have been out of sight. And that's my worry with this team. I think... Actually, I think I'm being a little too harsh because I think it's the beginning. There's a lot of turnover in this team. I think like half the team is new, basically. Right? Almost half the team is new. So I can give them a little bit more time to bed in. I think once you get to the October international break, that's when I think you can start being a little bit more, or is it November international break? Whatever the next international break is, we can start being a little bit more critical of this Liverpool team. Right? I expect Isak to bed in. I expect Wirtz to pick. Wirtz looked like Isak unlocked Wirtz. Honestly, in that first time, it seemed like Isak's presence was like, oh, let me turn it up for Wirtz. Which, I mean, it shouldn't be the case, but it seemed like that's what it was. And then you saw him perform well, throughout the game. So I liked seeing Wirtz have his best game, Salah have his best game, Isak, playing his first game, played decently well. Ekitike should have scored at the end. Rio came on, had a good cameo. You start with Gravenberch, you start with Szoboszlai, you bring on McAllister as well. Bradley had a poor game, but that's still good. Kirkes comes off for Robertson. So it's a good... we played basically our whole core team, right, outside of probably Chiesa. I like seeing all these guys on the pitch, different positions, different systems, moving around. But we need more goals and we need to be more solid at the back, right? Like I said, the goals are considered today. I don't really look at them too much as we shouldn't be conceding, because the first goal shouldn't be a goal, right? Because he's offside. Second goal is a deflection. You can't really hold anything on. And yes, our first goal was a deflection too, but the second goal, and the third goals were well worked. So we deserve to win the game overall. But I'm concerned with how we give up leads, right? Whenever we score one goal, it's like, oh, great defense, we keep a clean sheet and we win the game. But then when we score more than one goal, it's like we just lose focus. And I think it's a combination of, some new players coming in, some young players coming into the defense. We're kind of losing, that focus, like that focus that when we had, the likes of Prime Robertson, the likes of Prime Van Dijk, even when Trent was there, Henderson, all like guys that could lock up the midfield, lock up the defense. We don't have to worry about conceding a goal when we go up 2-3. We've kind of lost that, and we need to kind of find that back, right? I need more from the likes of Gravenberch, McAllister, Szoboszlai in the middle to hold games and be comfortable with the lead. We can't keep throwing leads away because Arsenal's not going to concede too many goals. If we're talking about the Premier League, if we're talking about the Champions League, yes, we'll be able to score against anybody. But when we face Barcelona, when we face Madrid, when we face Bayern, when we face PSG, we're going to concede. And is our attack better than theirs at the moment, so where we could just say, oh, we'll outscore them? Probably not. So we need to lock down that defense, and it can't just be Van Dijk. I'm looking at Van Dijk's SofaScore score ratings and obviously watching the games. This guy's the highest rated player every single game. He's the only one actually fighting in the defense. That cannot be the case. If the rest of our defenders raise their level up just 10%, whatever it is, we become extremely stronger in defense. Szoboszlai and Gravenberch and McAllister stay locked in for a full 90 minutes. We become stronger in defense. But we're losing track, we're losing focus, we're getting too carried away with attacking, and we're letting teams back into the game. But what I saw in that first half, with how Isak and Wirtz and Salah were working together, yeah, that's a good meal. That's what I wanted to see. That's what I was expecting. That's why I was so excited when I saw him in the starting lineup. I said, this is exactly what we need. This is exactly the kind of player we need leading our front line. Can combine with our attackers, can press from the front. Isak, that is, can press from the front. There was even a time where Wirtz played the ball into him. One touch, quick touch, snapshot. One off target, but just that quickness of thought. Just that ability just to find space and create something out of nothing. That's what Isak brings to this team, and I can't wait to see more of that. But overall, I'm thrilled with the win. I'm thrilled with how the win came about at the end of the day, actually. Last minute winner, Simeone in tears, getting rattled by a fan, and a red card. I can't stand the way Atletico Madrid I can't stand, from top to bottom, manager to players, I just can't stand them. So I love seeing them lose in that fashion, in that manner, because they've been holding that win against us from 5 years ago over our heads for 5 years. So hold that. Take that back to Madrid with you. But overall, decent performance from Liverpool. First half was great. Second half was sluggish. Stop losing control of games that you have control over. Finish the game. See the game out. When you go up 2-0, go up 3-0, 4-0. We saw what PSG did to Atalanta. We saw what Bayern did to Chelsea. Kill the games off. Don't give teams a chance, to come back into the game. And now when we go up against Everton, we know that we're going to sit a little bit more defensive. You're going to have chances. Take the chances, kill the game off. Because if you go in to the 80th minute, 1-0 against Everton, they will somehow find a way to equalize. But overall, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled with most of our performances, most of our player performances. Win to start the Champions League campaign, win at home, and now off to Anfield on Wednesday. Not Wednesday. Today is Wednesday. Off to Anfield on Saturday to play Everton. So thank you guys for watching this video. Please let me know your thoughts about the game, about any other games that you watch, and I will see you very, very soon. Subscribe to the channel. Have a blessed day. Peace.